checked.
All right, you guys, welcome back to BVI Pilots. Glad to be here with you guys once again. This is going to be a shorter video, but we're going to be talking about simbrief, setting up the flight plan, and getting you set up so you can go and do your flight. I'm not going to go over this today, but one of the things that I need to remind you is that you're going to need to purchase a membership for your AIRAC data. Okay? If you guys have trouble finding it and need me to do a video, I can, but I don't know, it's pretty simple to do. You just go to the website and purchase it, and then download the client, and that's it. You're done. And then each month that a new AIRAC data comes out, you go to that client and you just update it. And I'm going to show you what that looks like.
Folder view.
Even though we're not going to do the tutorial on it, but I do want to show it to
FS
you.
Tram Scenery FS Airline 17067. Navigraph Note Data Center 5906. NVDA 806. Navigraph FMS Data Manager 15067. Navigraph Note Data Center 59067.
I think it's
NVDA 806. Navigraph FMS Data Manager 15067.
right here.
Start Navigraph FMS Data Manager 15067. Location colon. Start Navigraph FMS Data Manager 15067. Location colon.
So
Context open file location. Run as administrator.
when
Folder
I run
view.
it,
Navigraph FMS Data
see
Manager
what it looks
15067. Navigraph
I'm not
FMS Data
gonna
Manager.
update because
Show access code
I've
for.
already done that. So when you're looking at it, it's going to give you
Ops 28. Navigraph FM button. Select all.
a button that says select all. You would do that, and then you just hit update.
Checkbox not checked.
And then it's not 100% accessible, like where it says checkbox not
Refresh button. Refresh
checked.
current. Sort button. Sort add and alt plus O.
It doesn't
Edit
tell
type to filter
you
by name button.
every
Grouping.
little thing, but
Combo box show access code for down.
you only need to be able to see that update button, the select all and update. That's the most important part. And so that's the program you would use
Navigraph FMS data.
to do that
Mass
with.
grouping. Button.
So
Edit
see,
type to
like,
filter. Sort button. Refresh button. Button select all.
see right there, select all.
Grouping. Button select all.
And if I did that,
Checkbox checked. Update button. Update selected item left parent. S right parent. Alt plus U.
and then there's the update button. Okay? So that's all I'm going to show you on that
Ops
for now,
28.1.2
because
left parent. 64
I
dash
want to
bit.
stick to what I
Flight sim training and review
What
dash
to
team
do
talk
here.
5 simbrief.com dash work simbrief.
First thing to note with simbrief is you need to have an account. Okay? So when you go to simbrief, you're going to create you an account, and then once you do that, you'll log in. And from that point, from when you log in, these are the steps. This is what you do to create your flight plan. Now, I've got a flight plan that I need to create going from, I've got a couple flights I've actually got to do today. I got to figure out what order I'm going to do them in. So one is, I'm going to be doing a flight from Detroit, Michigan to EGLL. Okay. It's a longer flight, but I need to do it because it's going to pay these things. So we're going to do this as if I just logged in. I'm on
Link
the
Facebook
simbrief page.
Link Facebook. Link privacy settings. Simbrief. Link Facebook
I'm
dash.
going to hit insert F7.
Elements.
This is the quickest way to navigate this stuff, so pay attention, you guys. I'm going to do insert F7, hit the letter D as in Delta.
Dispatch double right pointing angle
It
bracket
says
9 of 44 level
dispatch.
0.
I'm going to hit enter on
Simbrief.com. Link
dispatch.
Facebook dash.
That's step one. Okay. From
Banner
there,
landmark. Link Facebook.
I'm going to back to the top of the page. I'm going to do insert F7 again.
Elements list.
I'm going to hit the letter I as in India.
Simbrief.com dash integrate.
Well, actually, I got to log in.
Link Facebook
I thought I was already logged in.
Simbrief graphic. Login link.
Here,
Simbrief.com.
log in real quick.
Banner land. Simbrief graphic link heading level home dash greater integrated dispatch. Create account. Login using Navigraph link.
So right here, log in using Navigraph. So that's what I'm doing.
Document busy plan. Graphic Navigraph logo type. Heading level.
All right.
One sign into your Navigraphic. Email
Now,
edit group. Password edit. Email edit J. Just step. Password. Bullet. Land. Simbrief.com.
all right, now I'm logged
Banner
in.
landmark.
Do
AIRAC
it
cycle
again.
colon.
Step one,
AIRAC cycle
log
colon.
in. Number two,
Elements. Dispatch double right point.
Go to
AIRAC cycle colon.
dispatch.
Simbrief.com
same
dash
thing.
dispatch men.
Insert
Banner
F7,
landmark.
hit
AIRAC.
letter D for
AIRAC
dispatch.
cycle colon.
Okay, I did that. Now I'm going back to the top of the page. I'm
Elements
going to
list
do
I.
insert F7 again. I'm going to hit the letter I as in India.
Image new flight 14 of 28 level
It
0.
says image new flight. That's what I want. But let me show you what these are here real quick before we hit enter on that. So you have new flight,
Image edit flight 15 of 28 level 0. Image new flight 14 of image edit flight 15 of 28 level 0.
edit flight. So if you already got a flight and you need to change something with the flight you've already done, you've already put in, Okay, you can hit edit and edit it.
Image my briefing 16 of 28 level 0.
You can also, if you already got the flight and you need to just go to your briefing, you have image
Image my briefing 16 of 28 level 0. Image my flight 17 of 28 level 0.
And then you can also look at, and of course the briefing just shows you your briefing, your information for your flight.
Image my briefing 16.
Or you can do I again.
Image my flight 17 of 28 level 0.
Image my flights. That will be any flights that you've saved. So if you know it's a flight you do often, you could save it and just come back and run the flight plan for it.
Image my fleet 18 of 28 level 0.
Then there's my fleet. We're not going to talk about that today, but you can edit your fleet. Well, I'm not even going to talk about it.
Image database 19 of 28 level 0.
You got image database.
Image user guide 20 of 28 level 0.
User guide. I recommend people read that just to get to know simbrief a little bit better.
Image my account 21 of 28 levels. Create new flight 20.
And then,
Image my account
you got
21.
Image my account. Okay. So there were all the images that you can. And it's just easier, like I said, to go to the top of the page, hit insert F7,
image new flight 14.
hit the letter I, image, new flight.
Simbrief.com --
You hit enter on that. And then for screen reader use,
banner landmark Iraq cycle.
I find it easier to navigate doing it this way. So I'm at the top of the page again. Already hitting, image new flight. So I'm going to hit the letter E. I'm not going to do insert F7 this time. I'm just going to go to the top of the page, and I'm going to hit the letter E.
Table with 3 rows and 7.
And obviously that takes you to the first edit box, I believe is what that is doing actually. So if you see when I tab now,
row 2, row 3, column 1, ZZZ edit.
It says ZZZ edit. That's an edit box. Of course,
table,
I don't
row
want to be in that
table,
yet.
row 1, column 1, table, row. Image graphic, close flight button, close this flight and return to your flight list.
Because you want to make sure you're at the very first one. But E will take you to the top where you need to start putting information in. So that first box,
table, row 1, column 1, land,
is where you put in what airline you're flying for. So if it'd been Delta Airlines, I believe it's DAI, I think. I like to look, I forget what their code is. I think it's DAI. Or DAL. Yeah, DAL, that's what it is. But in this case,
land.
I'm going to put BVI.
BVI, land.
In that first box. I'm going to tab again.
Row 3, column 2, 1000 edit as auto.
It says 1000. Now that's where you'd put your flight number. Now I always have a custom number I use that I go by, which is 9 Delta Whiskey, so 9DW. I put in that second box there. Tab again.
9DW, row 3, column 3, ZZZ edit as autocomplete land.
This is your departure, so I'm going to put in KDTW.
KDTW, land.
Okay, got that in there. Tab again.
Row 3, column 4, ZZZ edit as autocomplete land.
EGLL. Now, those are the 4 things that I need to do for the top part of my flight plan. Everything else, I don't need to put in anything else. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tab, and we're going to count how many tabs it is, but that way you kind of help you figure out how to get to it. Because you got to tab down and get to where you're, to select what airplane you're flying with. So I'm going to tab.
EGC03 auto edit selected EG 18 DEC 22 colon 0 combo box 05 collect table row 1 column 1 table aircraft type sort custom airframe colon open aircraft.
So 7 times from your departure edit box, the arrival, I'm sorry. Tab 7 times.
Aircraft airframe colon open aircraft editor row 2 column 1 combo box collapse.
Do alt down arrow.
Expanded N320 N380 SD dash A380 dash 800 rapid remember B190 dash D1900 DB100.
That way to jump to because it's all in order. So
B350 dash King Air B461 dash BA100.
So I'm going to hit my page down to go down a little bit more.
B742 dash B747 dash 200 DB740 B739 dash B742 dash B744 dash B747 dash 400 B744 slash B747 dash 400 slash
hit enter on that.
Combo box B744 dash B747.
And now that's done. Now I don't need to edit the altitude or none of that stuff because it's going to be a long flight, so I'm not going to edit none of that. But if you was to tab, let's just take a look.
Open aircraft editor link view and slasher. Table. Row 1, column 1. Table 250 select. Row 2, column 4. Fuel factor.
So you got fuel
Row 3,
factor.
column 1, column 2. Combo box collapsed side. Combo box collapsed auto. Combo box I. C. I. Out of combo box. Combo box. Combo box collapsed auto.
Then you got another box there for cost index. It's set to auto, but you could change that if you wanted. If you wanted to go by a certain cost index, I guess you could do that. But I just leave it on auto.
Combo box. Column 3. Combo box collapsed 84/340/250. Column 2. Combo box collapsed auto.
Some of these boxes aren't labeled very well.
Column
so
3.
I
Combo
don't
box
pay
collapsed
attention to a lot of these.
Column 4. Combo box collapsed P00. Row 4. Column 1 registration.
But you see, there's all these different options.
Column 2 VIN number. Column 3 social code. Column 4 ATC Kelson.
ATC call
Row 5
sign.
column 1 N999 SD edit N4 column 2 999 edit 400 column 3 non edit. Column 4 ZZZ 1000 edit. Out of table blank. Table with 3 rows and 2 columns. Row 1 column 1 selections. Column 2 link save default. Row 2 column 1 OFP layout colon. Column 2 combo box collapsed delete. Row 3 column 1 units colon. Column 2 combo box collapsed LBS.
Units. You want to make sure you set that to LBS. Okay. It's gonna be a list box that you can set, but it should be that by default. But if not, set it to LBS. That way your fuel is in pounds.
Out of table with 2 rows and 2 columns. Row 1 column 1 fuel colon.
Okay.
Column 2 combo box collapsed auto. Row 2 column 1 reserve fuel colon. Column 2 combo box collapsed 60 min.
Reserve fuel. Right now it's set to 60 minutes.
Column 1 reserve fuel colon. Row 1 column 2 table. Row 1 column 1 table 45 min. 40 min.
I don't want 60
35 min. 30 min. 15 min. Dash 15 min.
So I'm going to set it to 15 minutes of reserve. We don't need no more than that because I'm always getting to the airport with too much fuel. And the last thing I want to do is land heavy in the Queen of the Sky because she's a big girl. I don't want to
list 15 min. Combo box 15 min collapsed.
Put the weight on.
Table with 6 rows and 2 columns. Row 1 column 2 checkbox checked. Row 2 column 2 checkbox checked. Row 3 column 2 checkbox checked. Row 4 column 1 runway analysis colon. Column 2 checkbox checked.
Just different information that the flight plan will give you.
Land. Row 5 column 1 bottoms colon. Column 2 checkbox checked. Land. Row 6 column 1 for bottoms colon. Column 2 check land. Out of table with 1 row and 2 columns. Row 1 column 1 flight maps colon. Column 2 combo box collapsed detailed.
You got the option for flight maps that's hit on detailed.
Out of table with 3 rows and 6 columns. Row 1 column 1 through 6 optional entries. Right arrow left parent. Fields are automatically calculated but can be overridden right parent. Row 2 column 1 jet flight time. Column 2 departure Y. Column 3 arrival Y. Column 4 taxi out / tax. Column 5 extra fuel.
Taxi out and taxi in. Extra
column
fuel.
Column 6 altitude. Row 3 column 1 combo box collapsed 07 colon.
And
row 2 column 6.
Altitude. Usually what happens is it tell you all the list boxes before you get to them. So like right here.
Column 2 departure. Column 1 jet flight. Row 1 column 1 through 6 optional entries. Right arrow left parent. Fields are automatically calculated.
There are 6 things. There's
row 2 column 1 jet flight time. C S C H E D. Space.
Flight time.
Column 2 departure Y.
Departure.
Column 3 arrival Y.
Arrival.
Column 4 taxi out / taxi in.
Taxi out and taxi
column 5
in.
extra fuel.
Extra
column 6
fuel
altitude.
And altitude. And then you arrow down and you'll see them boxes. They're not
column
labeled.
5 extra. Column 6 out. Row 3 column 1 combo box collapsed 0. Row 2 column 5 column 4 taxi out / taxi in.
But being I know that there's like 6 different options there, I know that altitude is that last
column
option
5 extra
for
fuel.
this area.
Column 6 altitude. Row 3 column 1 combo box collapsed 0 0. Column 2 combo box collapsed.
C2,
Column 3 combo box collapsed.
3,
column 4 combo box
4,
combo box collapsed 0 8. Column 5 combo box collapsed 0.0. Combo box collapsed LPS. Column 6 auto edit auto. Out of table out of table with 3 rows and 6 columns. Row 3 column 6 auto edit auto.
I'm not going to change nothing. So once you put in your information that we just did, and let's just go over it one more time real quick. Again, you go to dispatch. From dispatch, you will go and you will hit insert F7, hit I for it'll say image new flight. Hit enter on that, and then from the top of the page you hit the letter E.
Out of table banner land table with 3 rows and 7 columns. Row 3
to the first edit box.
Row 1 column 1 table. Row 1 column 1 table 9 row 3 column 2 1000 edit 9 K row 3 9 row 3 D row 3 column 1 ZZZ edit as auto complete selected BVI. Land BVI unselected.
And that is the where you put your information. Once you put all your information in there, your departure, your arrival,
auto edit selected 18 DEC 22:05 row combo box 05 table row 1 column airframe D7 open aircraft editor link view and slasher mod combo box D744 D744.
So I'm gonna hit escape to get out of that list box, and I'm gonna do shift.
Dispatch options 20 home dash greater banner land no previous heading.
Hold on.
Airac simbrief graphic link heading level 1 Airac cycle table with 3 rows and 7 columns row 3 column 1.
Okay, so I'm gonna do shift B.
Image graphic close flight button close this flight and return to your flight. Image graphic save flight button save image graphic new flight button clear image graphic generate flight button generate a flight plan using these options.
Flight. So I'm gonna hit enter.
Confirm dialog confirm
generate flight. It says confirm. Are you sure?
No button clickable yes button.
We're gonna hit
button
yes.
simbrief.com dash integrated dispatch system banner land Airac cycle colon 2212 link current link Facebook dash link contact dash link privacy settings dash link update Airac heading
real
level 1
simple to do. I know it might sound like a lot, from when you're sitting back and you're just listening to it, and you're probably thinking, man, gosh, there's a lot there to do.
Simbrief.com-dispatch outpost.
Really is not that bad.
Link Facebook link contact link privacy settings link update error.
Once you do it a couple times, you'll get used to it, and you'll fly right through it. Read that manual. There's a lot of stuff that you can do on the simbrief page, and I would encourage you to read up on that manual. Keep it handy. Keep it where you can get to it.
Navigation landmark list with 6 items. Link home page.
Hey, if you're doing long flights, read it then. I do a lot of reading when I'm on super long flights. I'll grab something to read.
Link navigation link about double right link register double right pointing.
Okay, so
Out of list right.
now the flight plan is it's been generated. So I'm going to hit the letter
Simbrief
H.
graphic link heading level 1. Link lockout left bracket
One
navigation
time.
link about link visited link link support. Out of list edit visited link graphic image. Visited link new flight. Link graphic image.
And arrow down, and I'm going to see where
Visited link new flight.
that
Visited link graphic image.
image
Visited
new
link new
flight
graphic
is
image.
and all that we get to by doing the insert F7.
Link edit visited visited link link
arrow down past all that.
Link my separate heading level 6 dispatch output.
You're going to see where it says dispatch
Heading level
output.
621:40 button graphic image. Button edit flight. Button graphic image.
Then you're going to see them buttons for edit flight, generate flight,
Button new flight. Button graphic image.
new
button
flight.
/new button graphic image. Button pre-file flight. Button graphic image. Button download FM. Button graphic image. Button IFPS.
Keep
IFS briefing
arrowing
was generated
down.
14 seconds. IFS briefing was generated on December 18th.
And your flight plan is going to be right below
Button
where it
IFS briefing was
says
generated on December 18th. This briefing
This
was
briefing
generated
was
on
generated
December
on
18th.
December or whatever the date is for you.
14 seconds.
Right
OFT
below
summary.
that,
Airline.
you're going to start seeing your flight information, like right here. Here it is.
OFT summary. Airline. BVI. Airline. OFT summary.
OFP summary.
BVI.
Airline.
Flight dash O.
BVI.
90W.
Flight number 9 Delta Whiskey.
Aircraft. B744.
Aircraft 744.
KDTW. Org. R. O. R. I. G. Dot.
ORIG,
KDTW.
which is where we're taking off
Org.
from,
KDTW.
is KDTW, so Detroit, Michigan.
Test.
Down arrow again.
EGLL.
Destination.
EGLL.
EGLL.
Alton. EGCC. Alton. EGCC. Alton. EGLL. Alton. EGCC. Alton.
Alternate.
EGCC.
EGCC.
Alton. EGCC. EGCC.
Never been there.
Cruise.
All right, now here's where this is where I copy my information. I've talked about that on flights that I've done. Did I copy my,
FL3 cruise. R. C.
I copy my
Cruise
cruise
select FL 370.
altitude,
Copy the clipboard.
which is
Run
what I'm
dial
doing
notepad.
right now.
Documents. Notepad.
while we're
Notepad.
already
Subtext on
doing
the
this.
title dash notepad.
So I copy my cruise
Date
altitude.
cruise F18D date FL3 cruise FL date 18D depart 22 airtime 6 block fuel L B block fuel 150.
I copied the block
star
fuel.
FL3 land
Put that in
100 land
notepad.
sim extra fuel 0 LBZF double 400 tow 600 routing land HHOWE land routing 600 tow 400 ZFW
And then I copied the
ZFW
ZFW.
450 copy star on 100 land
Put that on
400 land.
notepad, and then I'm going to
simbrief
go back here on the screen, and from where it says,
ZFW 400 ZFW
I'm on the line that says ZFW. It's on a line by itself. I'm going to do insert control F
Find dialog.
for find. And I'm going to type in CI for cost index. I'm going to hit enter, and let's listen for it.
Sci 320
Sci 320. So I know that's the cost index.
star on
So I'm going
title
to come back over
400
here,
land
and I'm going to type it in here on notepad, so I got
Sci
it.
320
Sci
Sci 300
320.
land
Now,
simbrief dot
that's the only information that I need as far as that goes. So I'm going to hit the letter H one time.
heading level 2 land
Down arrow.
alternate route to colon
Says alternate
4467
route 2. I don't need that information, so I'm going down arrow.
App TRK 68
1, 2,
EGZ Elbows 1 68
5,
land
6.
Mel / CD 13 dash land 68 dash land routing colon
Down arrow 12 times, and it says routing.
land route ID colon deft
So this is going to be the route information that you want to copy.
KDTW / D K
So I just
KDTW / 20 WAC DCT WNAT Ogmet 1 HEGLL line feed selected line feed unselected copy the clipboard
copy that
star on title
information, whether it's one
Sci
line,
300 land
2 lines, or 3 lines.
Ogmet DC
It's
KDTW
going to
land
be pretty much your,
KDTW / 21R
your waypoints.
HHOW KDTW / 21R
Like right here it says KDTW
HHKDTW / 21R
21R,
HHOW 3 LNCON
and it's got my SID and transition,
DC Ogmet land carriage return
or I can go to the very bottom of the line
EGLL /
code
09L
and look at where we'll be landing, which
Ogmet 1
is
EGLL / 09L
9 left.
Ogmet 1H
If I go to the left of that,
Ogmet 1H Ogmet carriage return N17 carriage
I can
return
get
Ogmet
the star and transition information. Now,
Land. Land.
I know it seems like a lot.
Simbrief.com.
Okay?
Simbrief.com.
But just pause this and go back over it. Listen to it over as many times as you need to. All right. If you got questions related to this tutorial or any other tutorial that I've done, or just a question about a flight in general, be sure to email me. All right. The email is 737flights@gmail.com. That is 737, the numbers, flights with an S at gmail.com.
Star Untitled Ops 28.1.
I hope
Ops
this
28.
tutorial finds you all well and will help you be able to create flight plans and make it a little easier for you. The one thing I wanted to tell you before I go real quick, on simbrief there is also a simbrief downloader, and you'll want to download that. You'll find it. It's on the page. It's not hard to find that. You just got to look around on that front page for it. Because what happens when you download the simbrief downloader, if you go to your desktop,
Folder view list.
you've downloaded it.
Self-loading soundtrack type smart cars. Sim market 50. Simbrief downloader 57
Right
of
there
67.
it is, simbrief downloader. Now watch when I hit enter, because I've generated a
Simbrief
flight
downloader.
plan.
Document busy blank. Simbrief downloader. Loading content info land. Mark version 1.6.
Now watch this.
0.4 left. Latest flight plan.
Latest flight plan.
BVI 9DW-B744-KDTW/EGLL left bracket generated 18 December 22nd 2140 right bracket.
EGLL. There's my flight
Land.
plan. So I'll down
Clickable
arrow.
graphic roof. Clickable export selected formats. Clickable land. BVI
From that
9DW-B700
line,
land.
1,
Clickable graphic
2.
refresh. Clickable export selected formats.
Down arrow 3 times. Hit enter on export.
Simbrief downloader. Heading level 1 Simbrief.
And then, of
Clickable
course,
skip these files. Clickable continue.
I gotta allow it with
Simbrief
that.
downloader document. Export selected formats. Edit cursor.
And now it's
Clickable,
going to
clickable, change
download that
settings.
for me. So I
Simbrief downloader. Head.
now
Level 1
have it
Simbrief downloader.
downloaded. That
Clickable close.
way
KDTW-EGLL. Clickable close. Simbrief downloader.
there's no problem with first officer. So there you go, guys.
Simbrief
I
downloader.
hope that this
Normal cursor.
helps you.
Ops 28. Ops 20.
Again,
Simbrief.com dash
You know, for
Simbrief.com dash
anything that I
output
can
dash Google
do
Chrome.
to
Simbrief.com dash
make your learning a little easier.
Simbrief.com dash Ops 28.1.2
By all
left parent
means, let me
64
know.
start virtual cam. Stop
Okay,
recording checkbox
because
checked. Start streaming checkbox not checked.
it is my goal to make sure that if you're out there and you want to fly, it's my goal to make sure that you get the stuff that you need so that you can fly and you can be a part of the BVI community, because we welcome all of you with open arms, and hope that you're able to have fun with flying as much as we do. There's a lot more to learn, but we take it one step at a time. Until next time, my friends, take
Scene
care,
transitions window. Controls window. Start virtual camera
stay
checked. Stop
safe.
recording checkbox checked.
and we will talk to you very soon.